Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak, where we are going to finish off the nighttime rounds here and then do some side quests. I just got done with a recording session of Borderlands 1 with the boys, but, well, we were in Discord, so you're not going to even hear them in the videos, but not like much was really happening in the recording anyway, other than going from point A to point B. And it was just a lot of point A to point B without anything really interesting happening. Except we will be starting the DLCs, so next time. And hopefully we'll be in a PlayStation party so we can hear each other in the recording. But then I also had to check on a lot of co-op stuff that we actually need to redo for Winston. At least just 2 hours into a couple of games. Um, what else was it? Yeah, still in a pretty shitty mood because this controller is a piece of fucking garbage and nothing really seems to want to go right for me in the way I would like. But it doesn't fucking matter, we got recordings to finish and stuff to do, so yeah, let's get on with it. Continuing trails like we're supposed to. Because we need to get some rounds done. Gotta deal with that stick drift forever. Curses! How could I have been so blind? I've been staring at the palace all day, but I never took of the miasma flowing out of it. Oh, yes, inspiration has struck at last. My hand is moving on its own. Fare thee well, foul slump. My inner artist is fully emerged. Your parents are as strict as ever. Even she's doing that weird hand motion. But I'm glad you're into movies now. Sucks to hear they're shaming you for watching them, but I doubt they'll stop you. Yeah, but I imagine they'll continue to make a fuss of it. They may even force me to go to the opera house with them to compensate. They've always been adamant about giving me a popular cultural education. Overbearing parents are the worst, aren't they? Why not get away from them for a while? Maybe you could go on a trip or try moving out. Traveling alone can be scary at first, but you also get to discover so many things about the world and yourself. But most importantly, doing that will show them you're independent, and I bet they'll start laying off a little afterwards. You know, that might just work. It'd also be nice to add traveling to my growing list of new hobbies. The problem is, I'd probably need an excuse to travel and live on my own. Perhaps I could say I'm doing a homestay program while studying abroad. If I can prove that I can go on trips by myself or live on my own, perhaps my parents will loosen their grip on me. It's worth a try, at the very least. I'll be able to break the status quo if I take control. Or if I just take action. I didn't mean to talk to her again, thanks,
Well,
Stickdrift. Living on my own and going on trips has helped me expand my horizons, and it's helped me discover so many new hobbies. And now that I'm back home, I'm viewing it with a whole different lens. It's fascinating, really.
Officer Creamer is supposed to be on duty right now. She said she had urgent business to attend to and went off somewhere. I haven't heard from her since then. I sure hope she's okay. The cathedral looks especially beautiful against the backdrop of the starry sky. If you want to visit it, you'll have to go to the East District. That's where all the wealthy people live. They've built their mansions around the cathedral. It's not uncommon for cities to be constructed around churches.
why?
You hungry? How about trying one of my dinner dishes? My customers always love them. The few I get, at least. I know there's a ton of hungry tourists out there, but this place just isn't well known. Anywho, why don't you grab a bite to eat? And if possible, I'd be pleased as punch if you spread the word. I learned in art school that getting people to recognize creative work is hard as heck, but I'm gonna keep at it. Thanks to the people in this market, I'm not in the red, so I'm gonna work until I can ride a wave of momentum. So, what are your impressions of this old city? Well, after interviewing several of the locals, I can definitely tell something's off. They may be citizens of the Republic like me, but they still seem so different from us. And it feels like they're hiding something they feel they can't ever talk about. Your feeling is right on the mark. Oracion's upper-class citizens have been, and still are, defined by their lust for power. They're far removed from your average Calvadarian. There are also many things boiling under the surface, but good luck getting them to open up about it. A place where people ignore the problems that are staring them in the face makes for the perfect home base for Almada. It even lets them create connections with racial terrorists directly. It might be dangerous for people like me to be here, but there has to be some way for me to help. I want to believe there's meaning in me being here. It's like you read my mind. I was just about to tell you it's dangerous for you to be out and about. But I know your type, so I know there's little point in trying to stop you. I'll even help you out during my break tomorrow. That'll be my way of showing my appreciation for that man. I suppose I have no choice but to help her now. Though, she does have plenty of people to lean on. I noticed she even enlisted the aid of the Royal Guardian reporter. It'll be interesting to observe how she inherits that man's will. As they say, the pen is mightier than the sword. The local journalists and I can fight using the power of words. We can do this. I just want to check something. What trophies am I, like, missing at this point? The trophies that I'm missing is, of course, like, enter all the hot springs, get a tactical battle bonus of 4, don't even know how the hell I do that. Of course, get 100% completion. A lot of the trophies I can get have to do with practically beating the game, pretty much. Okay.
Guess it's
You
time I
there.
called it a day.
So, you need one extra barrel of potatoes in next month's delivery. Any other changes? Or is there something I can help you with? Business decisions hit a stopping point, so I'm free for the night. No, you've done more than enough for me. Honestly, I'm impressed you do business with such large companies, and yet you go out of your way for my little stall. We all have to look out for one another. Things seem rough around here, so I want to chip in where I can. I know you lost one of our suppliers in that terrorist attack. Yes, I knew those villagers well. It's just so tragic. So many people lost their lives. I know, but we just have to keep at it. People are depending on us to get them their goods. You're absolutely right. We need to keep doing what we can, so everyone can eat their fill. Emma's a real lifesaver. Thanks to her, we can keep selling our vegetables like we always have. By the way, I noticed Timo's in high spirits tonight like usual. The locals are all acutely aware of her little... I don't know. There are people here that depend on this market. I don't know what'll happen to the Republic going forward, but we have to continue offering Orid's crops at the current price.
This market's got everything.
At some point, I'd like to drop by the orphanage and teach the kids how to make accessories. They've been selling better than I anticipated, so I've gained a bit of confidence now. Maybe I can help those kids find a path through life. There's leftover fish again? I can't believe this. What the hell's the matter with you? Why would you let fish go to waste? You better get these bought up, Sonny, or I'm gonna lose it. What's up with this lady? She wasn't like this earlier today. Old lady Tiamo's risen a stank again, huh? Even though she sold a lot of fish. I bet the tourists are struck dumb, though we're pretty used to this by now. Okay.
This stuff's straight.
Would you happen to know Pershing from the exchange stop? He's been helping me out with exporting antiques for a little while now. You guys should definitely make use of his services if you haven't already. Pershing made a long request to me today. He asked me to guide someone through the free city so I could take him when I'm heading home. Apparently he's a scrap dealer and an interesting one at that.
Krima, where are you? No, now isn't the time to panic. I need to contact those fixers. Does she mean us?
Good question. Maybe we check the bulletin board.
It can't hurt to take a look. Jesus, stick drift, you can't let me fucking go anywhere.
Oh, look at the time.
We'll go here first.
Urchin will be delivering export to the Free Cities, so that's a huge weight on my shoulders. Relics from the Old Kingdom are in high demand outside Calvert. Selling them there is always worth the trouble.
Okay, camera, what the fuck are you doing?
I asked him to bring Phil and Carver around along for the trip. Hopefully I'll be hearing good news come next month.
Oh, hey you guys. It's good to see you again, Judith. What the hell are you two doing here?
We're catching up, of course. They fought side by side together back in Crossbell.
You've sure met a lot of good people since you moved here. Yes, although my reasons for moving there were self-indulgent. A lot of good came from that decision, including meeting the members of Thor's Class 7. Oh yeah, weren't they the people who put a stop to the Great Twilight? Yeah, I was one of them. And if you'd like, I can tell you more about my classmates someday. Lots to talk about with them. That sounds great. Let's do that. But in order for them to have that opportunity, we have to put a stop to Almada's scheme. The last time I got to work with Ricio was a year and a half ago. She's pretty familiar with the members of my class, so there's lots for us to talk about. When we get the chance, I'll tell you all about them. Van and Judith probably know this already, but I was able to choose my own path. A path that strayed from the one laid out for me by my predecessor. The two people who gave me that opportunity are similar to the two who helped Vi find her own calling. I only realized this after the fact. I'd love to talk about it with her more when we get the chance. Jesus, I'm fighting the camera and the stick and the movement.
I finished leading Buzz Raider and the Royal Guardian, so my little buddy and I are going on a quick little walk before heading home. The reports of the incident varied wildly from paper to paper. The Royal Guardian focused on the effects it would have on oracion, while only lightly touching on the tragedy itself. Buzz Raider zeroed in on the issues with the statements provided by other mass media companies and major politicians. Though I could tell each and every one of the reporters were utterly baffled by the incident itself. Nonetheless, in just a few short days, they've been churning out story after story about it. Reporters sure have thick skin.
If Oracion enters a depression, my husband could very well lose his job. People are anxious about the economy, and I can hardly blame them. However, taking it out on immigrants is both unfair and wrong. It's not as though conditions would improve if they were all gone. Our establishment sometimes attracts a fair number of, let's say, unconventional patrons. Though I suppose that comes with the territory, I'm more than gotten used to it. We accept anyone who needs a place to rest. That's the owner's mantra.
I wasn't feeling so hot, so I thought I'd drop by the bar and drink away my sorrows. But when I tried to go in, I felt a cold chill. My body was screaming, "Danger! Don't go in!" I think I'm gonna have to heed its advice and return to my room. Where's the bar? I don't know where the bar could be. Wait, is there really an underground? Oh. Oh yeah, that's why I was screaming danger.
I don't mind sharing alone I don't mind drinking alone on occasion. It gives me a chance to think. And my mind sometimes wanders to that detestable man and the things he does. His plans in particular can only be described as deranged, but they do keep things interesting, so I can't complain.
Interesting. Wait a minute.
Want something to drink? Don't be a stranger.
The city's got people of all types. When I mean all types, I mean all types. Nothing really phases me anymore.
Oh, it's just the dog. Jesus, Stick Drift, you're ridiculous. I'm not sleepy at all, but if I don't get some rest delivering all those papers tomorrow is gonna be a pain in the butt. I think I'll just play some card games or something until I'm feeling tired. I sure am lucky. Got a job, some good friends, and a nice warm bed. I kinda got it made, huh? Maybe I can prove myself useful at night. My buddy Pino does some shoe shining. want to sleep. Oh, you came back. Hey, let's play. Stop flailing around, Todd. It's not safe, and Rinka's trying to sleep. Come on, get to bed. We can play some cards or something. Who decided that we had to sleep when it's nighttime? That rule sucks. There's lots of times when I want to play at night.
Well,
Oh, hi. Are you here to talk with Miss Fauna? Don't mind me. I'm just reading my book. I enjoy reading recipes so I can help Miss Fauna with cooking. It'd be nice if Jean took a page out of my book and helped her with chores, but I guess he has his hands full with Todd in his job. Todd and Jean are wide awake, but Rinka's dead tired. Guess it's time to put the book away and get those two knuckleheads to settle down, otherwise Rinka won't get a wink of sleep.
indeed.
Oh, you came back like you promised. I was gonna sleep, but do you want to talk? I have nice dreams when I sleep with everyone else, so I like sleeping. When I first came here, I had a lot of sad dreams, so sleeping was scary. Aw. Oh, hello, Van. I'm happy to see you again. I know we only just saw each other earlier today, but it feels like so much time has passed since then. Is there something I can help you with?
Nah, just checking in. I'm glad all looks well.
My, you've grown to such a considerate young man. Anyway, yes, both the children and I have been doing just fine as of late. Thanks to those donations, the kids have been able to enjoy their lives comfortably.
That's good to hear.
Van looks like he's okay, but deep down I think he's only just barely keeping it together. I had to find a way to get these people to safety, like a fixer would. The kids can't sleep since they're so excited. They aren't used to surprise visitors. I'm sure they'd love it if you talked to them.
Why don't we see...
Oh. Didn't we do a quest like this before? This request is alarming.
Yeah, we better look into it.
Alrighty.
Go, go, go! What have we got?
Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
Oh, Master Bogard. So, you're with them now, huh?
Indeed. I am aiding the Spriggan and his friends with their work.
If you guys are gonna get our master wrapped up in your criminal bullshit, I'll pummel your asses into the ground.
Hey, we ain't criminals. We're just handymen who help those in need. And our door's open to you both too, assuming you got cash to burn. Actually, I think I'd give you a sweet discount since your fellow student's a master.
Fellow students? Sorry, but there's no way in hell we'll accept you as one of Master's pupils. Not now, not ever.
You needn't be so harsh on him, nor should you worry about me. I have been rather enjoying myself as a matter of fact. My time with them has served as a sobering reminder that there is still much I have yet to see and do.
By the way, where are the whatever's peoples? I don't sense them anywhere. They're probably laying low as we speak. Damn cowards. I was looking forward to laughing in their stupid faces. We learned that they were beaten and that there were two groups of them at the same time. It was a shocking 1-2 punch. Probably tried a pincer attack on some team and got their asses handed to them. What a bunch of freaking losers. Not to defend them, but our battle may have contributed to their loss. I imagine they were worn out. If you go up against a team like Marduk with anything less than full strength, defeat is an inevitability. So you believe they faced Marduk as well? Yeah, those guys sounds like they're off their rocker. I'd love to throw down with them someday. Of course, we are not here to pick fights with unassailable opponents. We have another objective. That's right. You're looking for something, aren't you? As our master has no doubt informed you, The primary task of the Gralswitter is recovering and sealing away artifacts. We assign top priority for cases like this, where they're being egregiously abused. It'd be awesome if we could bring him down. It'd be awesome if we could bring down Almada at the same time, but that's not our main goal. That doesn't hold true for them, however. Their directive is the defeat, or rather, slaying of heretics. The sword that Mafia boss had in the video is an artifact, correct?
I certainly believe so. All evidence available to us points to that fact.
If I am not mistaken, Melchior's dagger and bombs, Olympia's angel, and whatever the fuck his name was, his armor and halberd are artifacts as well.
Think so? Yeah. Will be easy to beat them with those things at their disposal.
I thought artifacts were supposed to be rare. Feels like everyone and their mother's got one now. Not wrong there. One artifact's usually bad enough, so the thought of dealing with upwards of 4 is giving me a splitting headache. Ordinarily, I would urge you to stay away from those miscreants, even if you emerge the victor. However, we do not have the luxury of choice. I don't think we gotta worry. Our master's with them, so they're in good hands.
I'm not sure if I can compete against them without my stigma, but I will do all that I can. However, regardless of how this game pans out, we will need your help in recovering and sealing away the artifacts at the end. I will be depending on you when the time comes.
Of course, Master. We won't let you down. He really is loved, ain't he? I want to know why they keep treating Van like shit. You do not have the power to fight back against artifacts, so I suggest you be careful. You're lucky to have Master with you. He may have lost his stigma, but he has years of experience. I literally have not used him, so quit gassing him up. Leon and I will retrieve the artifacts if that's the last thing we do. We'll make you proud, Master. By the way, I'm still not huge on you teaming up with these guys, especially your unofficial disciple. Speaking of, you better not disappoint Master in any way, or your ass is mine. Seriously, stop being an asshole to Van. That's really pissing me off. There's absolutely no reason to be a complete fucking dick to Van. Unless you're gonna pull on some bullshit and tell me that Van just is actually gonna be the catalyst to just the end of the world like Green was supposed to be. Does Van have a demon in his heart too? Is that what you want to tell me?
It's on us to teach them.
Is that what you want to tell me? Probably.
'Cause every night